In the last 24, 48 hours, Weet-Bix has been, I have to say, received a publicity that I haven't seen a grocery product really receive since, I guess, Marmite. Remember the great Marmite famine? When we couldn't buy Marmite and people would hoard it and actually put it on Trade Me. Anyhow, selling it at 3 times the price. Well, that's how people who shop at the warehouse and specifically go there to get their Weet-Bix felt that there was going to be a great Weet-Bix famine this week, but overnight Sanitarium have reversed their decision to stop supplying the retailer, Weet-Bix. But it does raise the issue of what happened, and is this the kind of conduct that we can expect in the future? A man who has been specifically brought in and appointed to look after that role and to protect us, the consumers, from rapacious, it has to be said, grocery market chains. Well, the duopoly at the moment is the Grocery Commissioner Pierre van Heerden, and he joins us now. Pierre, thank you very much for joining us. You've been in the job since July, I think, is that right?
Yes, that's correct, Michael.
And how are you finding it? Have you found your feet yet? You know what you're doing?
Yes, I'm really enjoying it. Over the 80-odd days that I've been in the seat, I've been meeting with the regulated retailers, with other retailers who are coming into the market, like the Warehouse and others. Been talking to consumer groups, suppliers. So it's been a busy period.
Yeah, and the grocery bill, can you tell me where that is at the moment? Because you're given your powers, I think, by the grocery bill. Is that passed, or is it to be passed when Parliament reconvenes?
That's all been passed, and effectively the bill came into effect in July, and various aspects of it have also come into effect subsequent to that. So the wholesale regime is now up and running, and the regulated retailers, that is, have to report to us on a monthly basis. We've also got the Code of Conduct in place. That was approved and signed by the Minister and became effective on the 28th, so just over a week ago.
Now, you'll be keeping an eye on the election, obviously, because you may have new political masters in 10 days' time. Is there general, and so you'll know what the positions of the parties are on this issue. I take it that there is no suggestion of dissolving either you or your office or the Act after the election by any of the parties?
The main parties both voted for the bill,
right?
But we will wait to see what happens in the election and deal with whichever government is in place.
Now, you've got offices in Auckland and Wellington, I presume. Why there, if I might ask? And do you need one in South Island as well, or do you have too many? I mean, how many staff do you have in Wellington and Auckland currently, Pierre?
In total, the Commission has around 400 staff members.
Bloody hell, really? That's a lot.
Yes, there are a lot of different acts that get administered. And the reason for having offices in both Auckland and in Wellington is to attract the right level of staff. So we've got a really good team. Within my grocery team, I have about 25 people by the end of this year. And we draw on the broader Commerce Commission staff for various aspects of our work as well.
What do you need? No, I'm not being nasty, but what do you need 400 people for?
Well, Michael, there's a lot that's happening in the economy in New Zealand, and you would be aware there's the monitoring of telecom, there are various other acts, and then of course the grocery side is coming now. So it's a department that does a lot for the economy in New Zealand.
There has been criticism, obviously, and you will have seen it as well, Pierre, that you're essentially toothless, that although you have a sort of moral suasive aspect to you, you can't tell people that they can't put those prices up and you can't enforce competition. What's your answer to that criticism?
Prices are set by the retailers, and that is why we need a good competition and good competitive market in New Zealand. When you've got good competition and a good market that operates, you won't have issues like we've just had with Weet-Bix, because staple products will be available to all retailers equally. There shouldn't be a favoritism being played.
So it was in this particular case of Sanitarium and the Weet-Bix, was that your understanding that there was favoritism towards the duopoly?
We received some concerning information, and we haven't received all of the information back from Sanitarium yet. So I'm waiting on that because I'm keen to see what they have to say. But I must say, overall, the announcement that Sanitarium has made is a real win for Kiwi consumers, because it means Weet-Bix will be back on the warehouse shelves again, and consumers have shown us that they want choice. They want to make sure that they can choose amongst the retailers where they want to buy, and that really promotes competition.
Do you think that this is a win for you? I mean, and the Commission? I mean, you need wins. Everyone likes runs on the board as soon as you get up. But do you think that just this issue and the very fact that you asked Sanitarium, please explain, and had the power to demand that explanation, had some contribution to the outcome?
I think it contributed, but the real winners are Kiwi consumers. And I'm here to fight for the Kiwi consumer to get a better long-term market for Kiwis, because that is when we will see choice, we'll see innovation, we'll see better pricing. And it's a long game, this. It's not going to happen overnight. I want to make sure that we change the industry for the better in the long term for Kiwi consumers.